I just want to say something real quick. I appreciate the opportunity you guys give me to be able to do this every day. You know, I don't want a day go by where y'all think I take this for granted and that I take the opportunity that I have doing this for granted. We are 21 episodes away from the 1,000th episode of this show. I remember when I just started, I was like, man, if I could just get to 100. And it came real close to not making it, by the way. If I hadn't gotten some more advertisers, I don't know that we would have made it to 100. I specifically remember a conversation with the boss man in the office here. And he was like, you know, I just don't know if this is really worth it for either one of us. And I think that week I went and got 3 more sponsors. And the rest is history, so to say. So y'all don't know how much I appreciate it, and how y'all allowing me to do this has probably saved my life. I don't want to put an overemphasis on that, but I was not happy with where I was at in life, in any aspect. And this gave me a creative outlet that, like I said, I don't think I'm exaggerating when I say this saved my life. It really did. Or at least it saved me from a life that I hated. So I want to just say that. I appreciate that. Even people that disagree with me, whatever, I love you guys too. I love you guys too. I mean, you guys keep me honest. That's for sure. All right, let's go. Let's just jump straight into this video. We got 2 videos we're going to play in this segment real quick. You know, about one's 3 minutes, one's about 1.5 minutes. So let's quit wasting time. This is the one, the only Jason Whitlock, formerly of Outkick.com, now with theblaze.com. He's got a great show daily on YouTube called Fearless, and I highly recommend it. You know, don't let it interfere with your WYAB listening schedule, but when you get some free time between our great host, highly recommend checking out Jason Whitlock. Here we go. Talk about black fatigue.
Black fatigue. If you have not heard the term, if you're not on X, formerly known as Twitter, you may be unaware that this conversation is going on. But if you're on social media and if you understand the impact of X/Twitter, and that like the Black Lives Matter movement started on Twitter, and now there's a response movement being started on Twitter, and it's called black fatigue. And it is the antithesis. It is the yin to the yang of Black Lives Matter. It's white people loudly, boldly expressing their fatigue with black people. This is and was inevitable. And that's why I spent so much time during the whole Black Lives Matter psyop, about a decade, saying like, this is crazy. Black Lives Matters is going to create a boomerang effect. It's going to harden hearts. You're not going to host a decade-long discussion on social media and in mainstream media about how awful white people are and what victims we are. And oh my God, once every 3 or 4 months, there's a controversial police-involved shooting with a resisting career criminal. That was inevitably going to spark a backlash.
Or as I like to say, the pendulum has swung, and it gave people whiplash. It swung so fast.
And now the backlash is here, and it's called black fatigue. Punch that into Twitter and see what comes up. There are social media accounts dedicated to showing videos of black people behaving dysfunctionally, violently, inappropriately, not just in Spirit Airlines, Frontier Airlines, not just on Carnival cruises, but damn it, if you let them on Royal Caribbean, the same thing will happen there. You let them inside of Wendy's, the same thing will happen there. There's an endless parade of these videos, and they're all about black fatigue. Like, I'm tired of black folks. Black folks have raised their hand and volunteered to be the enemies of white people. And to be the people that we want to cast white people as the worst thing on the planet. And eventually, people's patience has worn out and was going to wear out. It was inevitable.
Worn completely out. Completely out. Let's play this other video right here. This is this is him talking about, and here's that picture I was referring to, the unfathered above the statue of the fat black woman there in Times Square. Like, sometimes I know y'all think I just make this stuff up to hear myself talk, and then there's other times where I was like, how about we let's let a black dude say it? It ain't just Clay Edwards that thinks these things. Now, I am a thought leader, and I said all this yesterday morning before I heard him say it, and I'm not just being sarcastic either when I say I'm a thought leader. I am being a bit narcissistic there because, hey, I got first shot at this every morning. Before any of these other guys' content drop, I'm on here at 7 a.m. And lots of times, I ain't saying they stole my content by any means, but I'm saying I'm not out there stealing theirs. And theirs sounds an awful lot like mine. So it just means that we're all on the same thing. Everybody sees it. Everybody sees it. Let's play this.
Look at this is on Mother's Day. Yesterday was Mother's Day. Look how we celebrated. Let's play shot number 8. This is a Mother's Day brawl.
Okay, so what I'm going to have to do here is I'm going to have to turn this down because I believe there's some cussing and stuff. So radio audience, I do apologize. I will narrate through this for y'all, and radio online audience, you have to suffer those consequences too because you won't be able to hear it either. So, but y'all will be able to see what's going on. What you got here is you got two black women fighting at the entrance of a restaurant or something. And these ain't just like little, what you would say, hood rat queens or whatever. Those were like, they look like Big Mama in their Sunday best fighting at a restaurant for no reason. I mean, the big flowery dresses all the way down. It just don't make no sense. All right, let's get back to Jason here.
So at this point, and maybe, hey, send them to me. My email is fearlessblazeshow@gmail.com.
That is how I'm going to reach out to him today. I should be on Jason's show.
fearlessblazeshow@gmail.com. I want you to send me the white versions of these videos. And maybe there's millions of them. And
actually, what y'all could all do is go to Fearless Blaze, send him an email, fearlessblazeshow@gmail.com, and tell him that, you know what, you should have Clay Edwards on your show. Let me let him finish. I'm sorry.
They're not showing up on my top. The algorithm feeds you what you're interested in or what you click on. There's just as many of these showing white people. I don't see it.
Because they ain't there.
Maybe my feed just isn't the right one.
They don't exist.
Send them to me. We'll play them on tomorrow's show. Which
will be today.
Again, this anger that comes from being unfathered. And
let me ask y'all this question. He talks about there's an anger that comes from unfathered people. If you're out there, and this is a serious question, and you're unfathered, like your father has never been in your life, and you've had no father figure in your life either, no good stepdad, anything like that, are you angry? Are you willing to talk about it? I would love to have a serious conversation with you. I'm not being sarcastic at all.
Everybody wants to talk about white racism. This is why black people are angry. No, you grow up without a daddy in the home. You grow up with your parents divorced. You grow up in that kind of instability, being raised by a single parent. You turn angry most of the time.
Now, he's got some more videos that just got way too much cussing. But I recommend going back and watching yesterday's Fearless with Jason Whitlock episode, the whole thing. And it's got look, I'll tell you where he's getting these videos from. He's getting them from this Twitter account called Ghost White 187. It's Ghost hyphen or whatever underscore White 187 at Ghost underscore White 187. And they post, I didn't know about this account. I learned about it yesterday, so I went and followed it. But all they do is post videos of black people behaving badly. And it's mainly black women losing their ever-loving minds at the counters of checkout places, whether it's restaurants, gas stations, whatever, and just getting angry and acting out and slinging stuff and destroying things and getting on countertops and twerking for no reason. And I'm like, well, I've been talking about this for a while. But I'm told that's just an anomaly. It's just an anomaly, Clay. White people do it too. But, man, I don't see it. Are white people just smart enough not to film it? Because I don't see these videos. Once in a blue moon, somebody will tag me in a video of some white guys fighting somewhere in some parking lot, and it's 10 states away. And my generic response all the time is, I don't have to leave the Tri-County area to find any of this stuff. When y'all try to show me that, look, white people do bad stuff too, you got to spread your wings quite a bit. And yes, white people do dumb stuff. I was one of the ones that did a bunch of dumb stuff, but not at the clip it's happening in the black community. And the fact that we have to argue about that makes the point so many of us are trying to make for you. There is a culture problem in the urban black community. If you don't know the difference in urban and suburban, you got way more problems. So when I say urban, I mean like Jackson, in the hoods of Jackson. But the problem is that behavior is spilling over into other areas because hashtag the culture is like a cancer. It spreads and it kills. See Margarita's video, for example, A. See shooting inside bathroom at Crab Restaurant in Vicksburg on Cinco de Mayo as immediate example B. Let's take a break. We'll be right back.